and able to really take very proactive actions for the risk management becomes a very integral part of the planning process. So overall, I'll try to come down to the specific opportunities what we perceive as i-maritime. We have shared a booklet with you about different sectors, what kind of opportunities are available. In the shipping side, I've been saying that power plants, is the cause for the port side. But power plants are also can really give rise to buying of the ships. There are many power companies, Tata Power, they probably acquired a couple of ships, and there are many other power companies which are looking to. We did a study for a European bank, and they really wanted to understand what will be the charterers. In shipping, you have ship owners and you have charterers. So they mentioned that they would like to understand going forward, especially there are a lot of commodity players which are emerging, and they may like to acquire ships, and they wanted us to examine the market from the commodity player side. So we feel in the shipping side that's going to be a very major activity from the financing angle as well as from the operating angle. A lot of big charters in India, the shipping tonnage is close to around 15.5 million DWT. That's not really increasing. Going forward, we feel it should be around 40 million DWT, considering the size of the economy and the development which is taking place. But the growth is probably more likely to come out of the industries and industrial companies which will be probably buying ships to manage their own cargo requirement, and that's a big growth opportunities both for the charterers or owners. They can also charter out on a long-term basis, bareboat basis to various industrial companies. So another 10 years, we believe that almost the shipping tonnage may become double or triple than what it is here, and that's going to be a big thing. And within this entire commodity spectrum, coal is the biggest commodity. What China did for iron ore, India may do for coal. We had examined some time back. There is close to around 100,000 megawatt power plant capacity which is likely to come along the coast. 100,000 megawatt means 1,000 megawatt requires around 3.5 million ton of coal. So 100,000 means you require 350 million ton of coal on a annual basis. Now one Cape-size ship for a round trip in a year typically carries around 1 million ton. So you require close to 350 Cape-size ships. Cape-size is roughly 150,000 to 180,000 ships catering to Indian coal demand. That's a huge thing. And the global shipping markets, they were buoyant primarily because of iron ore demand from China in the last 5 years. India may do what China did in iron ore in the coal side, and we've been talking about it, analyzing it, and things seems to be happening on that. So in the shipping side, coal shipping linked to the industrial users is going to be a very, very big demand in time to come. We have seen there is a lot of crude requirement. There are large refinery capacities being set up, and there is going to be a shipping requirement linked to that, which is already happening. ONGC, we have also said that they are in the process of changing their fleet, and they want to acquire rigs also. Many other exploration companies, they are looking at rigs in India, and we have also seen, because there's a lot of shipping activity happening here, we are short of mariners. Actually, that's a global shortage. It's only in India that we are. So there is a need to set up maritime academies. We've been actually very actively counseling or advising people. The next big thing in India is not going to be software or anything. It's going to be education. Education and health, these are going to be big sectors. And within that, maritime education, there is a need. There is a global shortage for able-bodied mariners, and there are people from marine fraternity here. They would vouch for it, Indian, and they have made a name for themselves. And in terms of higher education as well as for the seagoing technical personnel, we need to really set up huge capacities to augment our maritime education sector. Mr. D.T. Joseph, he was the one who initiated, the opening up of the maritime education. It used to be earlier mostly public sector driven, and there was few government institutions. He opened it to multiple private sector institutions, and many institutions have emerged, though probably the standards are not as good, but at least we are able to create a capacity. So that's a big number. And another very big opportunity coming in the shipping side is outsourcing. We have Maersk, there are many large shipping companies which are doing part of their outsourcing from India, and and increasingly what we are realizing is that the various processes which they are outsourcing to India are actually Indians are able to do it better than what they were doing in Europe and other parts of the world. And increasingly more and more such processes are getting outsourced. So there are close to maybe 3,000 to 4,000 people in the KPO side or outsourcing side which are serving only the shipping world. We did some rough estimation in the IT side also. There are close to another maybe 3,000 to 4,000 people which are serving. There are different desks in software companies. So there are transportation desks which serve the global shipping giants for their software requirement. So overall, there are close to 6,000 to 7,000 people employed in India who are working on global shipping solutions on the processes side as well as the software development side. And these are big opportunities which are there. Any entrepreneur, any company can really align themselves to the global player and launch these activities. When we talk of, there are a lot of peripheral requirements in terms of financing, in terms of ship management, shipping insurance. So if we are talking of a 16 million DWT fleet going to a 40 million DWT,